All right. We're on the Ultimate World Cruise. It's Thursday, May 30th, 2024. And today we're going to do one of the most meaningful things we've done in any of our shore excursions. We're going to go visit the Tears of Hope Orphanage in Mondesa Township, Swakopmund, Namibia, which is just a short ways from Walvis Bay. So this is the approach. I just want to show you what the neighborhood looked like. This is Mondesa Township in Swakopmund, and
What was your name?
That's Esther. That's Mary.
Nice to
we
meet
had
you. I'm Carl.
previously collected quite a bit of money and supplies at the previous ports of call. So you saw that van there. That van was pulling a trailer that was full of everything that we had previously purchased and prepared. There are 18 kids living in this orphanage, and they are all orphaned by HIV/AIDS, uh, and they care for these
These
kids
little ones?
just they're in a
Hi, guys.
family
Hi.
setting. They're all considered like brothers and sisters to each other, and
Yeah.
is really heartwarming. The AIDS epidemic has killed 40 million people so far, and another 40 million have AIDS, they estimate. And so it's done a terrible damage. These kids are collateral damage from that terrible epidemic. And we were privileged to have our tour guide Herman of his Cali Safari Sand Tours recommended that we come here as part of our trip today. So we were honored to be able to prepare. We spent many hours preparing for this. Each child has a little rucksack, a backpack full of customized items. There's a name on every backpack. We previously gotten together on the ship to pack the backpacks up, and then we also had a bunch of boxes of other stuff that was common: games, puzzles, educational materials, paper, pencils, all that kind of stuff um, that they could use. And so we're really excited to be able to go there today and share with these kids. So as we came in, the place is clean, neat, organized. All the kids are clean and uh, very polite. We were just so impressed with the time. We got to spend 2 hours here, and during that 2 hours,
Come here.
we mostly just played with the kids.
Come here,
We
buddy.
played games, we did puzzles, played cards, we played soccer, a little bit of cricket outside. We put up some swings that they had waiting to be put up. So I really had hoped to have Naftalina explain her history, but it unfortunately the microphone didn't pick it up well enough. So we'll have to just tell you her story. She's been caring for kids affected by HIV/AIDS since she was 17. She used to be a counselor for HIV and ended up opening up this not-for-profit orphanage to take care of the kids.
We can play with the kids.
So the gal there sitting to the left of Naftalina is one of her helpers, comes from a tribe there in northern Namibia that honors cows. So that headdress is like a cow headdress that she wears. But she's a helper. Naftalina's got several people there to help her. So we started off by going after the kids and holding them. And this little one was 5 months old, and somebody was holding him the whole time. It was so much fun. So we loaded everything in the. And Mark's going to explain what we have here.
So we have a rucksack for each of the children. A little bit of guesswork in terms of what we got. So maybe some things a little bit too young, some things a little bit too old, but we didn't know. And then there's some boxes that also have some games and some toys that you can share between everybody. Okay, some fun. So, okay, so do you want to come first?
So are all the kids here?
Not yet. They are still coming.
Okay, still coming.
Hey,
Should wait until
we were
the
waiting for the
lunch,
kids
or-
to trickle in from school, and then we started handing out the backpacks. But this is Esther that you see. She saw the camera there, and I don't know what kind of sign language that was she was putting there. Maybe if some of you know, you could leave it in the comments. I don't, but I think it's sign language. I don't know, but they're sweet kids. And then, okay, so we started handing out the backpacks when we had critical mass. The first thing we did was gave Naptalina the first aid supplies that we brought. It wasn't all just toys and candy. Uh, it took us a while to learn each name for the 18 kids, and actually, some of the older ones were still in school by the time we left, so we didn't get to meet a few of them. But names like the little one in the white sundress there is Precious. Blessing is the one in the little looks like a pink shirt. Marvin's the guy in the orange sweatshirt, and Esther is right there with the checkered shirt on that you already met. Uh, and the kids weren't. They were so polite. I mean, they weren't grabby. They didn't. It's like they weren't possessive. They shared all the common toys that we had back there. I'll show you some more of those in a minute, but they shared them all. And of course, first thing Laurie did was grab the candy and started handing out suckers. Uh, Typical grandparent behavior, I guess. We loved it after not having been around kids for 6 months, almost 6 months. You can see Steve's holding the little guy. And then, of course, if we gave him a bunch of cards, the first thing Laurie's got to do is teach him how to play trash. So Marvin and Esther got a crash course in how to play trash. And I want to thank all the other people from the Ultimate World Cruise who have contributed and made this possible. They contributed money, they contributed purchased goods, and some of the stuff they bought was so thoughtful. Ended up being really something the kids like. They all got a pair of sunglasses. They all got soccer balls and just, a bunch of personal items. Mark had some flashlights that don't use batteries. You crank them up. You crank a little hand crank on them to make them charge up, and then you can use them. It's just a lot of really thoughtful stuff supplied by the other world cruisers. So we're thankful for them. Okay, so some of the older ones now got out of school and came to get their backpacks. And I didn't catch the one in blue. She got her pack and kind of went off, and they didn't get a chance to interact. And then I finally got my turn with the little guy, and that was pretty sweet. I mean, it was a little competitive to try and get a chance to hold that little guy. So and I think little kids are the same everywhere in the world. We're trying to figure out some ways to have a more lasting impression on this orphanage. Uh, they have a website that hasn't been updated in some time, but if there's any way that you can figure out how to help Tears of Hope Orphanage in Mondesa Township in Namibia, please do it. They're I told Nathalina before I left, I hope she knew that there was a special place in heaven for her for taking care of all those kids for so long.